So what we're going to do is we're going to look at how letters sit on the lines and whether that's something that the children are doing in regards to using plain paper or line paper. The sizing of the letters, I would encourage children to have smaller lines opposed to the bigger ones, as that encouraging smaller letter size. But it's really thinking about the sizing in distinction to the lines we've got here. So I'm going to start off by showing you big lines, so that's aimed more at your early years children. And when we do our letters, we use some of our cursive here, but it's more about the flicks to support them when they get into the summer stage of year 1. So here I'm just going to start by doing our lowercase letters. So we've got A up to the top and flick, B starting at the top, C, D, E. Now E is an interesting one because with E, it doesn't start at the top. And with D as well, they're the two letters that you start in the middle. Every other letter we say it starts at the highest point of where the letter is. So we've got F, and then as the children move into year 1, an F with a curve, and that will help them with their joins. As you can see, F is also sitting on the line, but also comes underneath the line as well. That's called a descender. So a descender is any letter that comes underneath the line. And something I've used with children in the past is to say, why does it go underneath the line? Because it's a cheeky letter and he needs to grow into a big, tall capital letter. So he has to dig underground to find his root vegetable. So he goes underneath. And we do use the vocabulary ascenders and descenders with children. So we've got F, G is another ascender, and then we've got H, I, J, K. Take the pen off for your child if they're at their early stages of their handwriting. But as we move to year 1, we encourage a curl within the K and a small flick towards the ends. L, M, N, O, P, and we've got Q, R, S, T. Now T is one of our ascender families. So as you can see here, we've got some of our higher letters. These are called ascenders, but T is slightly lower than the rest of them to fit in with the general fonts that we have within school and within any typed text. We've got U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. So as you can see, we've got 6 ascenders and 6 descenders within our alphabet. This is all our lowercase, but obviously with all capital letters, they are all ascenders, and every ascender within our capital letter always starts at the top. So with a capital M, it's down, then following back up to give the height to your letter, not starting at the bottom. And that just encourages children to remember that every letter starts at the top. Now, as well as using the vocabulary ascenders and descenders, something that Woodlands is moving towards is also to talk about floaters and sinkers. So a floater is a letter that doesn't quite sit on the line. We discourage floaters. So if I do an S, for example, on my whiteboard here, it's not quite sitting on the line. Some children will do them a little bit higher, and then you've also got your sinkers where they go slightly under the line. So be encouraged to use the vocabulary floaters and sinkers with your child, and we discourage both floaters and sinkers. We want all of our letters to sit down. And a nice way to sell that to the child is, would they like it if they were sitting in their chair opposed to on their chair or floating above? It's about encouraging their letters to be comfortable. Another thing for us also to think about is, especially if you're getting your child to work in some sort of textbook. So if you're doing some of our home learning over the summers and you're encouraging your child to do some writing, it's about encouraging children to start all the way along the line of the left along here, whereas some children leave a big gap to start their writing, and that they have this huge margin that they've left across here. It's encouraging them to start all the way across. And then also when children are writing words, it's about making sure that those letters sit nicely within line with each other, leaving a finger space, whether they use a physical finger, whether you make them something out of a piece of paper to leave a line, or whether they're ready to just know to leave a space to put the next words in with the writing. Now, if you feel that your child can do all of these aspects within their handwriting, that's brilliant. Please watch this video through to make sure that the formation of letters is correct, so that we're encouraging that. And just to draw to your attention, with our V's and our W's, we have sharp formation at the bottom of those. And one thing that works really well with children is to talk about ouchie. So it's so sharp, oh, it's pricked my finger. That's when that you know you've done it right. It's thinking about having that sharp context to letters. So if your child is able to do all of that, please have a look at the next video, because from the summer term in year 1, we do encourage children to start learning the joins, and it is an expectation by the end of year 2 that children can join their letters correctly. Please also take focus to the different levels that we've got here. So as you can see, our lowercase, you can see that there's a natural progression there of where my letters are all sitting within each other, and the same with the ascenders across the top as well, and then with descenders here as well. So it's just looking at making sure that you understand the 3 heights of your letters and encourage your children to look at that as well. So please do the most exciting of things. So chalk outside on the patio area, giving your child a whiteboard pen. They love glitter gel pens. I know it's something that the children here love. So try and just keep changing the routine to make sure that it's exciting, so that your child sees it as a fun learning activity. And fingers crossed it will help to boost their confidence as they move back into September to do the more formal learning. So thank you so much. Please do look at the joins video if that's helpful to you, and we'll see you soon.